Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Gil from Black Hole Comics, and today I kind of wanted to do a modding slash customization review, but pertaining to dealing with the heads. How to make different heads fit on different figures. If you have a peg hole that's a little bit too big, vice versa, making something smaller. So we'll go ahead and get into it. So the head that I'm using is actually off this Ghost Rider. I actually painted it up a little bit. It doesn't quite fit properly. Don't want it to break. As you can see, there's some paint rub right there. The black is coming off, which I don't like. See, stripped off the paint. It's too snug, so I'm gonna have to sand it down a little bit. Added some white, added the black in the eye sockets and the nose. Put a slight little black wash over it. I don't know if it's coming out. Kind of a little bit. Put a little bit of a black wash. But anyways, so for this, I usually use a Dremel. This is what I use, this bit. It took off a little bit and you can kind of see it curled up in there. So I'm going to see how that works. Okay, and let's see how it fits now. Ooh, fits a lot better actually. Not as snug, it didn't want to go down all the way. And so before I wasn't able to do this. See how I guess like a little bit of head pivot, could do it at an angle, all that good stuff. That lets you know it's a nice, secure, snug fit. And this peg is actually bigger than this one, so it probably won't fit on here anymore. Yeah, I'm making a Robbie Reyes custom, so I'll keep you updated on that. So that's how to make things fit that are too small. Now, if things are too big to make them fit, let's get into that. So I do have a custom Robbie Reyes head sculpt. Got it off eBay. And as you can see, it is way too big. There's no way. You know, that's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. You know, just hope to hit one of the walls, to scrape one of the walls, if you catch my drift. No, but in all seriousness, guys, we actually don't need the Dremel for this one. We're actually gonna need a different tool. A different tool I really do like and is one of my kind of go-to tools. Some people may be saying, what the hell? But glue gun comes in handy. You'll see why. So I have my glue gun heating up. This is another figure I use the Dremel method with. And I'll show you another figure I use the hot glue method with. So before I got my tactical suit Mezco Punisher, I kind of had a custom thing that I was kit bashing. And I don't know, I liked the bearded Spider-Man head sculpt. And that looked great. I like it a lot. Fits on there with no problems. This head sculpt, little goon, what was it? What do they call him? Scourge. This head sculpt didn't fit quite too well. It was too big. So if you see in there, it's probably not showing up too good. There is hot glue in there. You can see it way deep down in there. And that's just to hold on to. So now I place it on there. It sits on the neck really well, actually, not too high. Because it always looks too funny if it's like too high. This is a mask, it should not be sitting way, you know, high up, barely on. All the way down. And as you see, it won't fall off. So the other part to this, you don't just put hot glue straight up in the head sculpt. Don't do that. There's another element that we add, so the head cast ends up being removable. So there's another element to this equation here, little recipe, have you, that we add so the head sculpt is removable. Okay, so the other piece to this is actually plastic wrap. I just use a Ziploc, honestly. Just use pieces of Ziploc. I just throw it over the ball peg, and oh, you'll see.
As for the head sculpt, I'm gonna go ahead and put some hot glue up in there. Come on. Oh, not enough. Let's see if it will take with just that. Have my plastic fall off. Put it over, boom, and let's see. It's not gonna be enough. So that's the middle roughly. You take that off, and let that dry.
So we're gonna see if it was enough. So we rip off the excess, just rip it right out, no problem, and it stays inside, nice and secure and snug. And no dice. And to remove it, you could just use a pair of scissors.
Screwdriver, little knife, just scrape it, ball it up there, and you can get it right out, no problem. See?
Okay, here goes our second go at it. Fresh stick on deck.
Let's see. Need a bit more glue. That should be enough.
So we want to get this peg right in the middle, of course, so it doesn't mess up the head sculpt at all. So even if you don't place it correctly, like within the first couple seconds, it's okay. Hot glue, it's liquid. Just mess with it a little bit and you'll be able to adjust it appropriately. And take it off after a couple seconds. Let it sit, let it harden, and we'll check back in a couple seconds. Okay, enough time has went by to where it hardened. I ripped off the plastic. Now there's a little excess, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up with the razor. Okay, I cleaned it up a bit. Still a little ugly right there. I'm just trying to make sure that it does fit properly. Let's see, and if it does, then we're good with it. If not, I'm gonna rip it out and do it one more time. 3rd time's a charm. So actually, I like the placement of that actually. I like how that came out. Perfect. And I'm able to move and head pivot how I want. And doesn't fall off. Perfect. Next step will be painting the head sculpt. Do that next time for my next video actually. Alright guys, go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. Let me know if you guys like these videos. Hopefully you guys do. I could give you more tutorials, more little tips on how to, customize your figures a little bit, mod them a little bit, all that good stuff. I do want to do a video on some dry brushing as well. Until next time, make sure to stay geeked up and geek out.